Hello and welcome to SKTV News. You're watching Primetime English News with HEMABATI. First, the headlines. Manipur joins observance of Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lay foundation stones for new Eklavya model residential schools in hill districts. Manipur Additional Chief Secretary Anurag Bajpai apprises Secretary of the Ministry of Civil Aviation on steep airfare for Imphal sector. Also highlights inconsistent helicopter fares. Former Vice Chancellor of Manipur University calls for collective efforts in preserving rich folklore of Manipur. And Manipur Polo International to make a comeback after 2-year gap. USA and Colombia confirmed their participation in the tournament to be kicked off on November 22. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla has shown recognition to the contributions made by tribal leaders in the struggle for India's independence. He was addressing as the chief guest at the Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, held in commemoration of the 150th birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda at City Convention Centre, Imphal. Speaking further, Ajay Kumar Bhalla said that commemorating the event reflects on the pride of the rich tribal heritage of Manipur, which is home to diverse tribal communities and whose values are cooperation, harmony with nature, craftsmanship, and self-governance. Continuing that the day is a tribute not only to Munda's extraordinary courage, but also enduring the contributions of tribal communities to the nation's cultural, social, and spiritual identity. He added that the festival's culture, dances, handlooms, handicrafts, and traditional knowledge of tribal communities in Manipur are integral to the state's identity. The governor went on to maintain that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has emphasized about the various other tribal leaders contributed in the India's freedom movement, including Rani Gaidinliu, who at the age of 16 defied the colonial instructions of the British. He said that Rani Gaidinliu carried forward Hypo Jadonang's vision, revived indigenous belief system, and fought fearlessly for self-rule. Ajay Kumar also described Munda as one of the greatest figures in the history of India in tribal leadership, while noting him as a reformer who worked tirelessly to uplift his community by challenging injustice, inequality, and superstitions.
The Government of India and the State Government of Manipur are taking several focused steps towards improving the lives of tribal families across the state. Eklavya model residential schools to provide quality education for tribal children, strengthening our Ayushman Bharat coverage along with upgraded primary health centers, facilities and mobile medical units to serve remote hill regions, promoting tribal livelihoods through the Vandhan Vikas Yojana, bamboo-based industries, agro-processing and handloom enterprises, electricity and digital access so that no village remains isolated. Special attention is also being given to the particularly vulnerable tribal groups under the PVTG development mission, ensuring access to safe housing, clean drinking water, nutrition and education.
District Administration Tamenglong today organized the observance of Janjatiya Gaurav Divas at EMRS campus, Farmland, commemorating 150th birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda. Administrators, civil leaders, educators and students from Tamenglong district attended the program and paid tribute to tribal freedom fighters such as Birsa Munda, Rani Gaidinliu and Hypo Jadonang. The event included a live screening of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address on the 150th Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, during which the Prime Minister laid the foundation stone for 50 Eklavya Model Residential Schools, EMRS, across the country, including an EMRS at Palong. On the other hand, a brief biography of Bhagwan Birsa Munda was presented by Assistant Professor of Economics, Tamenglong College, Namsure Thomas Kamai. Students of EMRS also presented various cultural performances during the program, which was attended by Additional Deputy Magistrate of Tamenglong, Chunglenmang Kipgen, Tamenglong Superintendent of Police Lanmio Luikam, SDO D Maidinbui, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Majachunglu Gangmei, Chief Executive Officer of the Autonomous District Council Tamenglong, Kachamthai F. Gangmei, and other eminent persons. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually laid foundation stone of Eklavya Model Residential School EMRS at Songpejang Village, Sadar Hills West in Kangpopi District today. Kangpopi District DC Mahesh Chaudhary unveiled the foundation stone in the presence of District ADM and Sokongbam Baite, T. Waichong, SDO Hemant Kumar, and District AC to DC Lanminlal Simte during the event. Speaking on the matter, DC Mahesh Chaudhary said that it is a good initiative for the subdivision to have an EMRS institute to cater to more students. It may be noted that EMRS residential schools have been established under Ministry of Tribal Affairs to impart free quality education from class 6 to 12 to ST children across the country. Manipur Additional Chief Secretary Anurag Bajpai highlighted the issue of steep and disproportionate flight fares for Imphal sector with Secretary of the Ministry of Civil Aviation. In a meeting held on 10 November in New Delhi, he highlighted that airfares charged by Indigo, Air India Express and Alliance Air are significantly higher by 5,000 to 6,000 rupees compared to flights of similar distances in other northeastern states. Officials expressed concern that airlines may be offsetting losses on low-demand routes by inflating prices on high-demand routes such as Imphal, placing heavy burdens on the public. With road connectivity disrupted and rail services still pending, air travel remains the state's only reliable transport. However, fares for the 45-minute Imphal-Guwahati flight have surged from 2,000-3,000 rupees to 10,000-15,000 rupees, alongside a reduction in services. Alliance Air's Imphal-Silchar, Imphal-Aizol and Imphal-Dibrugarh routes have also been discontinued. ACS Anurag Bajpai urged Ministry of Civil Aviation to restore Alliance Air, Akasa Air and Druk Air back in service in the state and cargo flights to Bangkok at least once or twice a week. He also flagged inconsistent helicopter fares between GVHL and Pawan Hans, charging differently in same routes and distance for inter-district travel, saying that it is against Ministry of Civil Aviation and RCS URAN guidelines. While pressing for approval for new helipads in Kamjong, Senapati and Ukhrul, he also proposed renaming Imphal Airport as Bir Tikendrajit International Airport. Two-day multidisciplinary international conference on emerging trends in folkloristics, literature and cultural studies was inaugurated today at Manipur Department, Manipur University. The inaugural program was attended by Manipur University former Vice-Chancellor in charge S. Sanatombi, Dhanamanjuri University School of Humanities Dean Professor Sagosem Lanchen Bamaite, Manipur University School of Humanities Dean Professor N. Pramodini, Resident Society for Folklore and Literary Research Professor M. Mani as key dignitaries. Speaking on the occasion, S. Sanatombi underscored the need to preserve the state's cultural folklore and pressed for establishing an academic department dedicated to folklore studies. She also noted that traditional knowledge, particularly indigenous healing practices, remains deeply embedded in Manipuri folklore and must be scientifically studied. Citing the use of Nongmangkha Manipur flame acanthus during COVID-19 pandemic as an example of traditional preventive knowledge, She said a dedicated folklore department could collaborate with science departments to validate and expand such indigenous practices.
Subject mayam amadagi wakalon laura kanda equine study to chan folklore ki theory sagalakpa matanda even Russia gi folklore is aphawa DJ pro haidana mana structuralism sagalakpa matanda botany rom gi laura kanda botany gi structure plant ki structure laura kanda plant pathology rom da lai plant structure laura ka gawari sing si fairy tale sing gi structure si madugi meaning dagi nainaraga uthorapa adugumba structuralism hawa lai.
Renowned social activist R.K. McGinn extended solidarity to the ongoing agitation led by Lay Inkol Kanbalup, stressing that any attempt to forcibly displace a community must be strongly resisted. As protests against the proposed eviction of Lay Inkol residents for expansion of High Court complex completes 2 months, students and locals staged a sit-in at Lay Inkol village today. Speaking to media persons, R.K. McGinn said that the situation mirrors actions of a colonial power subjugating its people. He stated that the struggle of Lay Inkol is not theirs alone, but must be echoed by all who have faced discrimination and displacement. He added that while over 2 years of violent conflict orchestrated by armed Kuki militants have already forced around 60,000 people into relief camps, attempts to evict a community that has settled for more than 80 years is deeply regrettable. Calling it a cruel act to citizens with no means to defend themselves, he cautioned that such actions could ignite larger mass unrest. Speaking to the protesting students, he urged students to work hard in their studies and to one day serve as judges in the very high court complex now threatening their homes.
Ngasi leriba filmse si context ta ina haning wadi ngasi si sei ani makhai phar ka dore kuki khulai pai bo singlan ta sel le chingong chingya da leiba adoma pei chi kunjai chi no mayam na jenere rei park desa milishin hu henna lanjen na ba internally displaced persons ohelle adumain na mai makai changba ngam da film le ngasi da amo chehi marfu henna le ra ba le course le ra ba kunja sing sei ma pu le ra pa ki right professor malam hai ba sei tran thoi henna rosen na ha ra ba phaw da ma ki right Peter dan lay ba se malenga ki aduma chong swe ba amani mateng pangmino le tiena khanbada gira karino swam na antana ton na yang se chum den khal masita phok to ke no ne masida achum ba to de na aran ba to ra ba do ge the organize da mai pi de me jaw organize masme something like that.
Locals, Merapaibis and residents blocked the road stretch from Wangkai Kuno and New Chikon over failure to repair the road despite repeated assurances. Speaking on the matter, Citizens Club President Mahindra Naurim said that PWD Executive Engineer gave assurance to repair the key road between Old Chekon to Wangkai Kuno before the commencement of Sanghai festivals. However, on the contrary, authorities have not turned up and the road condition has continued to deteriorate further. He added that the road serves as lifeline connecting Imphal East District Complex, Porompat Police Station and Jenims Hospital, and it is in public interest to repair as soon as possible. He reiterated that the decision to block the road was taken consequently as their demands have not been met.
yamna maruoi ba lambi se koi department amadi mari leina ba authority na kari gum amata yangsit mida ba se mase koi club amadi yawa maira paibi leiriba praja puna mangna khwaidi hena thamoi soi adugi su matakta mase mamangi sei da su nung hekta abaga lambi se chat pasungai ati trok trok adum laune ari nungsa sargana iful ngaktane haire ba lambi sida kariumba mieng si koigi government amadi PWD na suni haibiram manira masi subida gap taragadi matam kakta bai koi ban tawragani haidana ai koi laikai amadi isni naw mayam punamaki maikai de ai media gi thongda lauthokchari.
The Nitish Kumar-led NDA is all set to form a new government after registering a landslide win with 202 seats. of the 243-member Bihar Assembly in the voting results declared yesterday. As per Election Commission of the India websites, BJP emerged as the single largest party, bagging 89 seats overall in the contested 101 seats, while opposition Rashtriya Janata Dal and Congress alliance Mahagathbandhan faced crushing defeat, claiming only 39 seats. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's party Janata Dal United (JDU) contested in 101 seats and won in 85 seats. In the highly contested election, NDA alliance partner Lok Janshakti Party Ram Vilas won in 19 seats, while Hindustan Awam Morcha won in 5 seats. Meanwhile, Mahagathbandhan was reduced to only double digits, with RJD winning in 25 and Congress in an all-time low of 6 seats. On the other hand, AMIM nagged 5 seats. Rashtriya Lok Morcha won in 4, CPIM-L won 2, while IIP, CPIM and BSP won in 1 seat each. With the resounding victory, Nitish Kumar is highly expected to return as the next Bihar Chief Minister. As NDA achieves landslide victory in Bihar Assembly election, BJP Manipur Pradesh Vice President Chidananda has launched a scathing attack on the Congress party, stating that the public has rejected their Vote Chor, Gari Chor campaign. He also likened the campaign to a failed surgery that killed the patient. Addressing a press meet held today at Thambal Shanglin, located at Nityapajuthek, Imphal, Chidananda sarcastically said that the Congress has suffered defeat for 95 times in elections since Rahul Gandhi became its leader. He further accused the Congress of being hypocritical over the ongoing crisis in the state and power hungry. Alleging that the Imphal DC office was burnt down in 1990 to rig elections, the BJP Manipur Pradesh Vice President added that CLP leader Okram Ibobi and veteran politician Okram Joy had won the election in that term. The press meet was also attended by BJP Manipur Pradesh General Secretary Kesar Chandra, State General Secretary Premananda and K. Inaucha.
Congress Shakti Painingba, Shakti the Ngauba, Manipuri crisis asida, Tanja Lauraga, Adunaba Shakti Pamba, Pium Amani Habisini. Maramadun Makoin Hojik, Isai Hokutokana. Gadi chor, vote chor, Jija, Saitorambato, Narangi, result to the Gidi, a koi Congresski, the Yauba Toy or Sato, Mayamaka, a koi BPG Guli do 2.5 mg Gumbasaramba the Gi, 5 mg Sabagi, a koi Gadum Pimaka, Lairabra having a quida, Singapore, vote chor, Gadi chor, Namtaki, or the Padaba, Ishulitaba, Nevaki Sebata, Kandaba. Manipuri crisis as the Kudong Saba Lauraga, Yaragadi, a Koi Mako election tempo Masaka, Saka, Piragan and Kaliba said, Madu, a Koi Mungin Povopta Manga, Mangi Masi, Taudaba, Pai.
JDU Manipur State Unit Ketrimayum Birain extended heartfelt congratulations to the National Party leader Nitish Kumar on getting landslide victory in the Bihar Assembly election that declared its result yesterday. In a letter written to Nitish Kumar on behalf of JDU workers Manipur, Birain emphasized that the party's performance this time, in terms of elected members in the Bihar State Assembly, has almost doubled from 2020 and described it as a testament of the Bihar people's trust in Nitish Kumar's leadership and the good governance shown by his government in the last 20 years. He added that the election result, which declared yesterday, has once again proved that people prefer development and accountable government over petty slogans. The letter also expressed the confidence of the JDU workers in Manipur that Nitish Kumar will take the journey further of development and good governance for the people of Bihar in the next 5 years as the Chief Minister. Thangta Day Observation Committee and Kanglei Indigenous Martial Arts and Cultural Society (KIMAX) jointly organized a Thangta Ginamit on the theme Thangta for Guiding Future Generations with Wisdom at HRD Academy, Ghari today. Speaking in the program, President of KIMAX, Ningthojam Ajit Kumar, maintained that Thangta is being taught in the school as a syllabus, but without its true essence. He attributed this to lack of proper Thangta teacher in schools. He also expressed his desire for Thangta Day to be celebrated on common date and informed that requests will be made to relevant authority to realize this soon.
Thangta na lauriba thangta gi manung da leiba lamdam sigi oiba manung da yauriba keno sing asi masi promote tor kana hogol ka dorbe generation sing stage da masigi wisdom si yauna ekoi maru value sing du leina madu thangta gi oiba paring pathap sing adu khanghal la kanda ekoi gi tungda hawar ka doiba mairoi sing na yamna tangai phadaba magi thodang sing adu lo no future da lakadorbe mairoi sing na lorkani haibedu gi chap chawa madu gi achetpa pandam gi makha da koina thangta gi numit asi khoi observe tawani.
Enraged by the prolonged ignorance of their teachers' shortage, students of Hairog Higher Secondary School in Thobal district today burned down desks and benches and carried out a protest against the government's apathy inside the school campus. During the protest, the protesters shouted various slogans which include "Students' rights cannot be curtailed" and "Send the requisite teachers of Hairog Higher Secondary." Speaking on the sidelines of the protest, Ningthaujong Paikhomba decried that the government authorities have failed to send the principal, vice principal and teacher for home science subject, despite repeated assurances in the past. He further questioned the authorities concerned on how the school will be operated without the requisite teachers. Emphasizing the inconveniences faced by the students due to the shortage of teachers, Paikhomba warned of taking intensified agitations if the authorities do not send the required teachers at the earliest.
Higher secondary principal amadi vice principal athum matam thani raw adudagi home science ki oja sahi horopadagi walapane do disida aninok sure chatpa adu moina thabirake araga suta thabirakte agoi phana kana so honamne kana kana so hajamne do disina so ayaba pibiraktre oja sa thabiraktre principal di kaino dote principal di kuitri e adu home science ki di sahi horopadai ne walai se do oja wa amadi principal amadi vice principal athum matam thabiro aiduna oi higher secondary gi mahiro singnagi hajari chatra ke hak Chatra ke hak awat waja atu matamna awat waja atu matamna awat secondary principal atu matamna Chatra.
Security forces have managed to destroy poppy plants that were cultivated at 113 acres at multiple locations in Ukhrul district yesterday. Security forces also destroyed 10 huts that were found at the sites of poppy plantations. The operations were conducted at Lamlai Chingfei Hill Ranges, Thawai Kuki Mapithil Hill Ranges, Fali and Tora Village Hill Ranges, and Kachai Thikor Hill Range under Ukhrul district. In a remarkable achievement for Manipur and the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, the Department of Pediatric and Preventive Dentistry has secured first prize in the Nanhi Muskan Project 2025, marking its second consecutive win after achieving the same honor in 2024. Acknowledging the achievement, RIMS in a press note maintained that the award-winning project, led by Associate Professor and Head of the Department, Dr. Vairokpam Bhumika, reflects the department's continued dedication to strengthening community-based oral health initiatives. The project was conceptualized as a comprehensive grassroots outreach program aimed at improving the oral health and overall well-being of children belonging to underprivileged communities. Over the past year, the project implemented a well-structured strategy that included awareness campaigns, health education sessions, preventive dental care, and early intervention services. It further maintained that the initiative also benefited significantly from the support of the RIMS administrative leadership, community health workers, school coordinators, government departments, local partners, and NGOs, all of whom played vital roles in connecting the project with its beneficiaries. It further informed that the project team expressed profound gratitude to children and families whose trust, participation, and enthusiasm made the initiative truly meaningful and impactful. One-day brainstorming discourse on peace, normalcy, harmony and progress, organized by Leshim Patho, was held at Sangai Hall of Manipur Press Club today. During the program, social activist Asankasar, Modern College Political Science Department retired Associate Professor Dr. Haubam Indrakumar, while Kati editor Hemanta Ningomba and advocate Hijam Chandrakumar attended as key speakers. Speaking on the occasion, social activist Asankasar asserted that peace and normalcy will be possible only when all 59 MLAs unite and take decisions with one voice. He stated that even without the 10 cookie MLAs, if all 49 MLAs stand together and press for government restoration, the central leadership will be compelled to take note. He maintained that the current crisis persists because of a lack of unity among elected representatives and urged MLAs to set aside political and party differences and to stand collectively in the interests of the people. Asankasar further pointed out that civil society organizations function only as pressure groups and that real political change must be initiated by elected MLAs.
Hujik Manipur da hujik akhoi peace, normalcy, masung harmony and progress haibase yamna important way yam tangai phate masi yamna darkar leba adugi matamni haibase dum ai thamjage adubu karmaina peace, normalcy la hangadra haibase di lambi tongan na lai si kanana su masi langni ngai gi lambi dadi sum masi phobada yakda ba kum taw bayamna dum peace pame na khoi dum naina ba adubu peace langni ngai gi makhundu di akhoi mayamna masi mikap di thokre masi kamai thohamgadra hairaga lepaki issue da tatraga restoration lakningai da normalcy lakningai gi the irrespective of political party adu ada laibe yate the huji MLA 49 lai masi united di oina lepaki interest da moi decision logadaw because center da takadaw adu oira de madu the normalcy restoration peace lakadaw.
Now, before we move on, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
SKTV na local operator singidamak nungairaba pau puduna luxury high speed internet IPTV OTT yauna atay khudongchaba kaya piriba SKTV gi saruk ama oibiu franchise ki kuthangda mapangal kalaba connection facility leijare local cable operator ama oiduna niyamda news amasung entertainment program sing yahonbiu SKTV gi technology amasung magul leiraba service asida adumsi yaubiu akupa marol gidamak mobile number 7005259437 natraga 8974209157 da call tawbiratuna khangbiba yagani.
Sky Hospital na Manipur da heart attack line na bagidamak 24/7 emergency service piduna lakle karigumba adom da heart attack ki layong haibadi ikang khangogdana thabak naba sor honba waba oi thangba pamom naba thabak lumba wantharakpa asina chingba singa si thengna birabadi thengtha biraganu athuba matam da Sky Hospital da lakpiduna khwaidagi hena pharaba experience leraba heart specialist katana biduna huina himba yana bagi kudong sab lobiu Sky Hospital da makal kayagi chang naina heart ki oiba layang liba services singdi EPS RFA for palpitation device closes of ASD, VSD, Avadi PDA, hole in heart, coronary angioplasty and stent implantation, pacemaker, ICT combo implant, balloon dilation of heart valves, open heart surgery, makal kudimak haibadi, coronary artery bypass, graft surgery, surgical replacement of heart valves, MVR, AVR, DVR, popadagi, heart ki ahobalekpa agang sing asina singba singa silayingli. Heart OPD timing 9 AM to 4 PM Monday to Saturday, 8 AM to 1 PM Sunday. Hena akopamorogi damag Sky Hospital gi reception gatana view.
Welcome back. You're watching SKTV Primetime English News. More news and updates. United Committee Manipur UCM has asked the President's rule government in the state not to place more weight on Sangai Festival rather than ensuring the citizens' right to leave. In a press release issued by its Information and Public Relations Secretary Subham Anil, UCM termed the government's plan to organize the Sangai Festival by ignoring the extreme hardships being endured by the general public for more than 2 years and a half amid the ongoing crisis as against the wish of the Manipuri people. It further highlighted that over 60,000 displaced persons are still languishing in the relief camps, despite the government's assurance in the past to resettle them by September or November this year. It went on to maintain that the citizens in the valley area are being compelled to refrain from travelling along the national highways due to the consistent failure of the government to allow free movement. While lamenting that the people's woes has been compounded by the cancellation of the Imphal Silchar, Imphal Agartala and Imphal Dibrugarh flight operations, UCM criticized that the present PR government has even failed to ensure the basic needs of the citizens. The CSO also appealed the general public and all concerned to boycott the upcoming Sangai festival. Narendra Modi Vichar Manch, Northeast State Zone, organized prize distribution ceremony for meritorious participants in recently concluded state-level painting competition at Singjamai How Ground. The painting competition, held in 4 categories, was organized as part of 75th birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, held under the theme of Schemes and Initiative launched by Prime Minister. The ceremony was attended by Singjamai MLA Yumnam Khemchan, MSPDCL Managing Director Mangsatabam Rabi, Manitco Managing Director Ngangbam Roman Singh, MTDC Managing Director Lakisan Ngamsha Kashung, MSPCL MD THP Mole and Narendra Modi Vichar Manch, and sponsored by Mission New India Northeast State Zone Preston Ngangbam Robert. In the painting competition, Ayekbam Richa, Fidam Sinam and Vikrama Lorembam won prizes in senior category. Nongmaitem Koronganba and Sanahen Oinam in junior category, Laushambam Obed Singh, Akriti Namayrakpam and Khwairakpam Tomtin Singh in sub-junior category, while Artemisia Tongam, Tansilina Saugaijam and Angamba Khoibam in pre-junior category. Winners were awarded cash prizes as a token of encouragement. Eminent adventure promoter and senior journalist Yamim Laba has been elected as member of the Governing Council of the Indian Mountaineering Foundation (IMF) for the upcoming term. The election was held yesterday at IMF headquarters in New Delhi. Indian Mountaineering Foundation is an apex national body that oversees and coordinates all adventure-related activities in India, including mountaineering, aerosports, water sports, and sport climbing. Yamim Laba is widely known in Manipur and beyond for developing the MMTA model for promoting adventure sports, an initiative that earned him the prestigious Ashoka Fellowship from Ashoka Foundation, Washington, D.C. in 1987. He has previously served as the president of Manipur Mountaineering and Trekking Association, MMTA. Even at the age of 70, he remains actively engaged in adventure activities and continues to contribute to the growth of adventure sports in the region. As part of its continued campaign, All Manipur Music Association (AMMA) organized its 4th phase of campaign on importance of Hindustani music at Vocational Guide School, Sangaitel, Imphal West. During the program, AMMA advisor Professor R.K. Somajit, Secretary A. Rabindra and Treasurer N. Kiran delivered lectures and demonstrations on Hindustani music. The speakers deliberated on the remarkable benefits of music on mental health and welfare of students while existing as a medium to bring people together beyond boundaries. Wide Angle Social Development Organization, under the support of Child Rights and You, CRY, organized annual Children's Cultural Meet 2025 at Moirang Hanuba Laimamang Community Hall in Sagulban today. As DPO Imphal West Nongthombam Ingocha, 10-time Mr. India KSH Bhaktakumar, President of Sengkot Sagatpa Committee Sobam Tombaluwang, Secretary of Wide Angle Montu Ahanthem, along with other eminent persons, graced the program, which was held on the theme "Investing in Our Children is Investing in Our Future." Late Ahanthem Ongbi Haubam Lembi Devi Meritorious Award, sponsored by her daughter Mary Hemchan, was presented to 5 exceptional students from each of the 5 remedial centers, covering 18 villages in Imphal West. The award recognized the students' hard work, perseverance and academic excellence. Children from the 5 remedial centers, Thauruijam, Maklang, Ngairangbam, Hainopog and Salam, also presented cultural performances during the program. Moving on in the sports news. Manipur Horse Riding and Polo Association MHRPA today announced that 15th Manipur Polo International will be organized at Imphal Kangjibung from November 22 to 29. The tournament is coming back after a gap of 2 years. Making the announcement during a press meet at Uripok Ningthaukonjam Laikai, Chairman of the Steering Committee of the tournament, retired Professor C.H. Priyoranjan, informed that the coveted polo tournament will see participation of Colombia and the United States, while Spain and Italy are also likely to join. Over these teams, the India Polo Association will also be sending a team, India A, while a team from Chhattisgarh and the Manipur team, India B, will make up the final lineup. While speaking about the significance of this tournament, C.H. Priyoranjan asserted that the tournament has become the face of the urgent need to save the Manipur pony, the original mount of the game of pony. Besides, the tournament has acted as a platform for local players to showcase their expertise and talent, and many organizations have taken cognizance.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯅꯥꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯩꯍꯧꯔꯣꯟꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯛꯄꯅꯤꯅ ꯄꯤꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯅꯤꯄꯥꯜ ꯃꯥꯄꯜ ꯇꯔꯥꯁꯨ ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯇ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯁꯒꯣꯜꯗ ꯀꯥꯈꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯉꯝꯖꯩ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯄꯣꯂꯣ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯚꯤꯂꯦꯖꯀꯤ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜꯗ ꯃꯍꯧꯁꯥꯒꯨꯝꯅ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯜꯃꯣꯁ 60% ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯛꯁꯦꯁꯐꯨꯜ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯊꯋꯥꯏ ꯆꯪꯉꯤ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯄꯣꯂꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟ ꯂꯩꯕꯒꯦ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯄꯣꯂꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟꯗꯨꯒ ꯅꯛꯅꯅ ꯄꯣꯅꯤꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯛꯇꯥꯐꯝ ꯍꯦꯕꯤꯇꯦꯠꯁꯦ ꯖꯔꯒ ꯃꯗꯩꯗ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯄꯣꯅꯤꯁꯤꯡꯒ ꯆꯥꯛꯇꯥꯐꯝ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯗꯣꯛꯇꯗꯅ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜꯗ ꯆꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕꯒ ꯀꯥꯁꯦꯞ ꯂꯩꯗꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯚꯦꯇꯤꯅꯔꯤ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯣꯟꯁꯔ ꯇꯧꯕꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯣꯁꯤꯕꯜ ꯄꯣꯂꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟꯁꯤꯡ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯠꯅꯕ ꯑꯥꯏꯗꯦꯟꯇꯤꯐꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯖꯩ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯁꯒꯣꯜꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯛꯇꯥꯐꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯀꯥꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯥꯏꯗꯦꯟꯇꯤꯐꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯈꯟꯖꯕꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯏꯟ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦꯁ donor ministry su Manipur government ka negotiate tawna kuisu yaujai akhoi matin pamna honajari.
Mangalema and Wangoi Legends have set up final clash in the ongoing Nonging Cricket Tournament 2025, which is being organized by 189th Battalion of CRPF, Langol and Sai NERC. In the first semi-final match that was played today at Sai NERC ground in Takilpad, Mangalema defeated Mika Mayang Imphal by 10 wickets to enter the final. Batting first, Mika Mayang Imphal were bowled out for 43 runs in 14.2 overs. In reply, Mangalema comfortably chased down target in 4 overs without losing any wickets and booked a place in the final. Somojit Wahengbam of Mangalema was adjudged the player of the match. On the other hand, Wangoi Legends defeated Derby Uripok in the second semi-final match to book a place in the final. Batting first, Derby Uripok were bowled out for 67 runs in 13 overs. In reply, Wangoi Legends successfully chased down the target in 10.3 overs without losing any wickets, thus winning the match by 10 wickets. Mangalema and Wangoi Legends will meet in final clash on December 19. And in the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center Imphal, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 26.4 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 13.5 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 89% in the morning and 47% in the evening. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Manipur joins observance of Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. Prime Minister Modi lay foundation stones for new Eklavya model residential schools in hill districts. Manipur Additional Chief Secretary Anurag Bajpai apprises Secretary of the Ministry of Civil Aviation on steep airfare for Imphal sector, also highlights inconsistent helicopter fares. Former Vice-Chancellor of Manipur University calls for collective efforts in preserving rich folklore of Manipur. And Manipur Polo International to make a comeback after 2-year gap. USA and Colombia confirmed their participation in the tournament to be kicked off on November 22. That's all we have for today's Primetime English News. Thank you for watching SKTV. Keep watching for more news and updates. Have a good night.